Obviously, he finds some faults in it, especially all the tax cuts he's planning, or they're planning for everyone, not just the general people, but for big companies. So Obama is planning for, smaller companies to get tax cuts to increase hiring, but now that the Republicans are cutting taxes for everyone, that worries him. So, yeah. For this bill, we really don't think that it will create new jobs. Actually, if Obama's jobs plan was passed, it would add 2 percentage points to economic growth and 1.9 million jobs, and it would actually cut employment by a full percentage point. So we don't see that will happen with McCain's job plan. I mean, we don't think it should pass, but right now Obama's approval rates aren't so high. We feel like a lot of it is false information, will not actually help our economy, and we were just trying to get new jobs out there, and we feel like this plan won't help that at all. A lot of people thought that he was just doing this bill to try to get reelected, and he was really just trying to do what's best for America and for our economy and for the people, especially the middle class. So now that it's kind of out of the picture, I think he was still trying to get some parts back in proposals so that he can do what's best. Obama will be speaking about what he feels about this proposal, and he's going to try to reenact some parts of his bill that the Democrats and Republicans think are still valid and could be passed. So I don't think he'll create a whole new jobs plan at this point, but he'll still focus on the smaller points that maybe could be passed.
It's hard to say. It's going to be the best possible plan there is, but right now it's better than the Obama plan. Right now it's a bit better. I feel like this plan is a better plan because it's more long term. It's not about the short term. It's about increasing America's economy over time, and we need to get back on track. So I think that's what it's all about. Regulation will help the economy because the governments, they're too big right now. They're too spread out. They're not getting their job done as well as they could have. And a great example of one of the points in the bill is repealing the job-killing Health Care Act that Obama has, because it's taking away $550 billion in new taxes. It's also increasing healthcare costs by $300 billion, and you're losing 800,000 jobs. So I really think that's something we should look into if we're going to pass this Jobs Act. It's not built to be a short-term bill. By implementing this bill as soon as possible, I think we'll have more short-term goals met. But it's about the long-term interest of the U.S. economy, not tomorrow. It's going to take time.
We do. We haven't run all our numbers on it yet. We aren't 100% sure if we agree with every single piece of it. But from what we can say right now, the House has been trying to pass, we've passed several different bills that everything keeps getting cut off in the Senate. So our main focus right now is that the Senate is giving us something to work with. So we're hoping that we'll be able to come to an agreement with this plan and move forward with it. The president's original plan really focuses on short term, let's create jobs right now, let's make his party look great right now, but it doesn't focus on anything long term. So we don't know for sure if the 10 million jobs he's going to create in the next couple of years are going to last more than 5 years. And our plan is really, we don't have a specific time frame set out, so we can't specifically say that we will have this many jobs by this date, but we are looking to make reforms and deregulate in order to really progress in the long term for the future of the country and our economy. This bill reduces taxing, where his was more increasing it, especially for wealthier Americans. And at this point in time, we feel that wealthier Americans are the people that are more likely to create jobs because they have a larger portion of the corporate sector. And we're really focusing on helping the private sector get back into the flow of things and start hiring again. There definitely will be things accomplished in the short term, but we can't promise anything huge in the short term because these regulations take time, and then once they go into effect and once the taxes change, it's just a bill that's going to take time to progress. I think there's a very good likelihood of it being passed because of the Republican majority in the House and the fact that the Republican Senate is giving it to us right now. We still have to deal with how the Democratic Senate is going to take the bill, but I think there's a much better chance of this bill being passed than Obama's previous bill.